Let's now bring in NBC News legal analyst Angela Cenedella. Thank you, Angela, for being here with us this morning. So roughly 3 weeks since that mistrial was declared, we hear that January is a new trial date. But there's Danny saying, hey, this might not even hit that. Why is that? Is it typical in a high-profile case to have such a quickly rescheduled retrial?
Right. So the prosecution in this case, just guns blazing, decided that they were going to retry this case. So after a hung jury and a mistrial is declared, the prosecution can choose to either rebring the charges or just drop the case entirely. Now, in this case, the prosecution said, we want to try this case actually by the end of 2024, so before 2025. But the reason why Danny is saying that there's a possibility this might not go on is because the judge gave them a date far away because she said she is sure that with the defense's motion to dismiss, which is a big deal here, and a lot of legal questions, it is possible that both sides are going to appeal it. So when they appeal those, if the defense is found to have a real motion to dismiss here, it's possible that the two of those three charges could entirely just go away.
Let's talk about double jeopardy. My understanding is that if she had been found not guilty, then they couldn't try her again. That's double jeopardy. But here, Reed's lawyers are apparently going to try and make a case for double jeopardy. Explain this to us.
Yeah, it's a bit of an uphill battle, but I can see where they're arguing. And so for 2 out of those 3 charges, what they are saying is that jurors approached them and said that unanimous verdicts had been reached for 2 of those. So that is for the murder charge and also for fleeing for the scene of an injury or a death. So now what happened here, though, is that Reed's lawyers claim that during the trial that this was not considered appropriate. And so we'll see what happens.
Okay. And Angela, in addition to this trial date, the judge has scheduled a hearing on a motion to dismiss for next month, as you alluded to. So what could we expect? And if the judge dismisses this, then does that make everything null and void for January?
So the judge then could possibly dismiss 2 out of those 3 charges, but the third one, it appears, still remains to be up in contention. So that is the manslaughter charge. And so the prosecution could still move forward with that. But the prosecution strategy was really based in this whole murder allegation. And they kind of offered manslaughter as a secondary option, and even with that, other lesser charges. But with this question of double jeopardy, there's so many legal questions that the judge is going to have to consider at these oral arguments, at this hearing. And is a verdict officially rendered only when it's read in front of a courtroom, or is it rendered when all of the jurors themselves have decided? So it's possible that there could be a polling of each juror, like we also saw in that Murdoch case. We could see all of them being asked questions, and we're going to see arguments from both sides that are very intricate and legal over what the standard is, what the precedent is. It's murky here. There's not clear case law.
The interest is very high in this case, obviously, and there are people who support Reed. Is there a point where the prosecutor, who is elected, says, okay, politically, I might not want to keep going with this, or the cost of it, or anything like that?
So absolutely, especially because there are allegations in this case of misconduct and that there was some sort of conspiracy here. So first of all, the prosecutors could have dismissed charges at any point, and they could also have not said they're going to bring charges immediately, but they decided to just move forward with a lot of strength here. But it is possible, again, at this hearing, they could also dismiss charges, or after that, not bring the case.
So a lot still up in the air. Angela Cenedella, as always, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app, or follow us on social media.